And do you feel leaders building and growing companies can follow the same approach of, hey, do your job and that mentality and build a great business?
Yeah, but I would think that the leader would have to first ingrain that within himself, because in general, leaders tend to be too interested in what others think of him.
Yeah, true.
And that's a big hole that leader needs to fill before he speaks a single word to anybody else. Because as long as he is influenced by what others say, as long as he has insecurity about how he may be viewed, then he will not be anywhere near his ultimate with regard to the performance that he can put forth.
But do you feel that we could be totally immune as in leadership positions to what others think of us?
Of course.
Yeah, there are not a whole lot
but not if you live not if you live in this world of prescriptions and you think if you have to follow 18,000 rules, no. The answer to your question is no. Then it's impossible, okay? If you're worried about what the Wall Street Journal is going to write about you, and you're worried about what this, social group is going to say about you, and you're worried about being nice and kind over here and not step on anybody's toes over here, and if you're going to follow all those rules, then I tell you, you might as well just quit your job and go sit home, because you'll be more respectable doing that. Because you're a little man in a big chair who's just sitting in some stupid post and who is not anywhere near exercising his full capabilities and his full talent. And so what's the use?
Well, sometimes if the right Wall Street Journal writes something that's detrimental or negative about me or my company or about me in particular, I mean, that could have some negative consequences. So at some point, that's got to be in the back of my mind.
Well, if you sell out on your talent and doing what you believe that your instincts tell you is the pure and appropriate way to go, and you don't do that because you're afraid of what the Wall Street Journal might say, then you're an insult to your talent. And I can guarantee you one thing, that by making that concession, you will have sold out on something that might have led to something really big. At the end of the day, you got to be able to face yourself in the mirror. How many journals are you going to run from? How many reporters are you going to hide from?
Or we could just say it's fake news, right? Whatever the hell they write, we could just say it's fake news.
The greatest source of fake news is what's going on in the leader's head.
Of course, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean that's probably the subject of everything else that we're talking about here. But let me just ask you a couple more things, and we'll kind of pause this one. When you're talking about, I want to just stick with this leaders in a moment.